or to-do lists manifestly contribute to your goals? Or could you be a victim of a workplace culture that glorifies constant activity and long hours? If so, now's the time to seize back control and move from busyness to achieving. When you're always on the go, but not seeing tangible results, it's easy to become demotivated and stressed. Part of the distraction of busyness is a tendency to focus on quantity over quality. For example, rushing through tasks to check them off the list can lead to mistakes. A lack of attention to detail can damage one's professional reputation. The worst part of being so constantly busy is that it may shut you out of activities that encourage personal and professional growth. When low-value tasks consume your time, you may miss opportunities to learn new skills, network, and innovate. Let's look at seizing back control. Given how addictive business can be, it may be time for a fresh focus. The focus needs to shift to the fundamentals of achievement, and as all tasks are not created equal, it makes sense to use ways to prioritize the work. For example, consider using a powerful task management tool, such as the Eisenhower Matrix. This tool can help you put tasks in terms of their importance, based on urgency and importance. The matrix is a simple table of 4 quadrants into which you insert your tasks or activities. First quadrant is urgent and important. You do these first as they require immediate attention and have clear consequences if not completed promptly. In necessary but not urgent, you schedule them for later since they're significant but don't need immediate action. In urgent but not important, these tasks can be passed to others or scheduled far ahead, leaving you free to focus more closely on your immediate goals. Not urgent and not important, you can safely eliminate or minimize these tasks since they don't contribute much value. How about embracing the power of no? Focusing more on achievements means saying no to tasks and requests that don't align with your current priorities or those of your organization. Managing your workload better ensures that you spend time on high-impact activities. Consider using time management methods to help you say no to some useless busyness. For example, the Pomodoro technique parcels out your time in 20-minute chunks, followed by a 5-minute break. This tried and tested method can help you stay focused. Another support for saying no is to reflect on your achievements. Instead of being busy, you stop and review whether these activities are leading you towards or away from your goals. A weekly review like this can prompt you to evaluate your progress more systematically and adjust your strategies as needed. Incorporating mindfulness practices into your routine can also help manage stress and maintain focus. And meditation, deep breathing, and mindful breaks can all improve your concentration and well-being. Let's talk about focusing on achievement. Alicia is a young marketing professional suffering from constant emails and pointless meetings. She decides to use prioritizing techniques to set new, more precise goals. She shifts her focus from keeping busy to spending time on high-impact projects. This change improves Alicia's work quality, earning her promotion within a year. Mid-level manager Arkim at a large corporation has a calendar with back-to-back meetings. It leaves him little time to focus on his core responsibilities. In fact, Arkim spends most of his time firefighting and responding to urgent but unimportant requests. Despite his ever-busy days, Arkim complains that he's treading water. The evidence is the delays in his team's projects and the missed deadlines. As he says to a colleague, "I'm using lots of energy, but somehow not moving forward." When the team leader introduces Arkim to ranking and prioritizing tasks against corporate goals, it's a lifesaver. Arkim soon has a healthier approach to dealing with his admittedly demanding workload. He allocates specific time for product development, strategic planning, and customer engagement. Best of all, Arkim is now confident to avoid unnecessary meetings and focus on high-impact activities. And my final thoughts on all of this? Being busy and achieving are not synonymous. Too much busyness can lead to stress, exhaustion, and lack of progress. Shift your mindset from being busy to being an achiever, and watch as your productivity and satisfaction soar. You've been listening to an episode of Series 3 of my weekly podcast, 50 Ways to Succeed at Work. You can hear the other podcasts at the 50ways.site, that's 50.site. There are nearly 100 titles and you can search for any issue that interests you. If you have any questions, you can always drop me a line from there. Also, check out my book, Happiness at Work. It's packed with great stories, compelling advice, and suggestions for tackling real issues that you can encounter at work. It's at Amazon or at the book's website, myhappinessatwork.com. There's also an audio version if you prefer listening. Join me next week for another unmissable episode in Series 3. Bye for now.